Hey guys, just wanted to showcase a few VFD test hands and see what we can come with out with tonight. We currently just had a hurricane come through and we don't have any power, so perfect time to play with my cards. So it's gonna shuffle a little bit and draw 5. Okay. This hand is interesting, but you would just special out Cockle-Doodle-Doo, normal summon the Banshee, and then from here we would Hawk effect, Plague Spreader. I also run the red resonators just in case we hard draw the Plague Spreader zombie. And they also are useful because they can special out something else, bait out hand traps. Link Cross for 2, Plague Spreader and a token goes into Marcher. Marcher effect, pull out Plague Spreader, link these two guys away for Barricade Keyboard Blocker. At this point you could check your hand. If you had anything you wanted to discard, you can discard that now, like a Baylor Droke or a Mizuki. We're going to link those two guys away for Auroradon. Going to special 3 tokens. Going to Auroradon effect on 2 tokens to bring out a Microphantom Beast from the deck. Let's see. Sorry, that's my dog freaking out. Alright, Colt Wing effect for 2 tokens. Now we're going to banish 3 cards. We're going to banish these 2 guys and a token for Trish. And at this point we're going to put back something, and since we have a Banshee in the graveyard, we can draw a new card. So how you do this is, like, this is 100% a dead card. So what you do, you shuffle it back in with Plague Spreader, and then after that you use Banshee to shuffle your deck. So Banshee effect after we shuffle that guy in, because he's a dead card. Here's the zombie world. And now we get to shuffle our deck because we're about to draw 3 cards. That's one good thing about this combo, is it lets you end on VFD and then draw cards. And if you just happen to have a brick in your hand, Plague Spreader lets you put it back, and then Banshee lets you shuffle it back. So we're going to link, or I'm sorry, synchro these guys and Plague Spreader away for Arcthus effect to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is pretty good. So we're going to overlay here for VFD. Going to set Rivalry, set Eradicator, set Super Poly, and then at this point go ahead and let your opponent play a little bit. As soon as they get 2 monsters on the board, you can use Calamities. You can discard this guy, call Dark. As soon as they turn dark, you can use Super Poly, pitching Zombie World to make 2 of their monsters into a dark. And then you would go into Starving Venom. And then at this point, you would activate Eradicator Virus, and then you can send this guy to the graveyard, and you would either call spells or traps. Hopefully by the time they summon 2 monsters, you would have a good idea of what they're playing. Like, say if it was Infernobles or whatever, you could call spells at that point. You get the rest of their spells out of their hands, and then this locks them out. And if for some reason they can try to keep playing, just flip Rivalry, and that'll lock them out. And then on your turn, comes back around, you draw for a turn. Let's say we did activate the Rivalry because they could keep playing. Flip this guy into an attack, Normal summon Gozuki effect. Send the bulb effect. Special summon Baylor. And then you can just battle phase here, attack, and then you can link these two guys away for Sucker. And then from here, Sucker would just start generating you advantage every time Baylor Drope came back. And by the way, the Epidemics virus is still working. So basically, every time they draw a card, you get to look at it. And if it's the card that you called, they have to destroy it. So if you called spells and say they draw like a Monster Reborn, they have to show it to you. Not only do they have to show it to you, but they also... So let me just read you this card, just in case you don't know. Oh, didn't mean to shake that. Tribute one dark monster with 2500 or more attack, and declare one type of card, spell or trap. Look at your opponent's hand and all spells and traps they control, and all cards they draw until the end of their next turn, or until the third turn after this card of activation. Destroy all cards with that type. So, like, say they like set 5 back row on end phase, you could like activate this, send the Baylor Drope, call traps, and then you get to actually look at all their set cards. Then you get to look at their hand, and for the next 3 turns, any cards that they draw, you get to look at, and if it's the card that you called, they destroy it. That wasn't too bad of an opening hand. The best hands with this deck, you open up Uni-Zombie. That didn't open up Uni-Zombie, but still, that was not bad. Because in a lot of cases, whenever you get VFD on the board, most of the time, your opponent might not have an out to that. Let's see. Did I shuffle in my... I sure did. That's my field center, sorry. Put that back. Okay, let's shuffle and try again. See what we got. I've got time as long as my wife and baby are asleep and my dogs don't start freaking out. Okay, let's shuffle a little bit more. And 5 more cards. Alright, so we opened a Baylor, Adjuster Comfy, and Mizuki. This hand blows. I guess we would normal summon the Mizuki, special summon the Jester Comfy. Yeah, we would do that. And unfortunately he is not a tuner, so I'm trying to think if there's actually anything we could do. I mean, I guess you could set the rivalry and set the super poly. I'm drawing blanks on what I could do with this hand. I don't think you can do much with it, unfortunately. I mean, you can lock your opponent out, hopefully, with rivalry, but probably not. So, I guess you can't always win them. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay. So we can cockle-doodle-doo here. Normal summon uni effect. And here you pretty much always want to get Banshee and Baylor Droke in the graveyard, so we're going to send Banshee to the graveyard. Alright. Link these guys away for Hawk effect for Plague Spreader. Link cross effect. sync for marcher effect, pull him, and then from here we can barricade, and always on the barricade check your hand, make sure you don't have anything you want to send. No, I think we're good here. So we're going to want to Auroradon effect, searching for Colt Wing, I believe he was up here. Colt Wing effect. Okay, and we're going to banish these guys for Trish. Oops. And we're going to do the same trick we did earlier. We are going to Plague Spreader. Well, I'll tell you what. We may actually want to... No, we're going to hold on to this bloom, actually. We want this because we've got the poly. So we're actually not going to do the trick. We're just going to put this, to special him out, and at this point, if there was another card that you didn't want, if you didn't want that, you could activate Banshee to shuffle your deck, but we actually do want that bloom because we have the poly to pitch it on our opponent's turn. So we're going to do the 3 tokens, banish that guy, and since we use 3 tokens, we get to draw 3 cards. So we're going to draw the bloom right back, we're going to draw a red resonator, and a Unizombie. So that's a pretty good follow-up play. So at this point, we're going to overlay for VFD. We're going to let's go ahead and use Banshee's effect Engrave. Activate that zombie world. And what we are looking at here is a Super Poly Rivalry. And that's not too bad. So what we can do is on our opponent's turn, we did not get the Baylor Engrave, but that's not a big deal because of our hand and our field. So what we can do is when our opponent goes, you have 2 options. You can... I am personally never a fan of shotgunning this because he's actually a lot better than I thought he was. Basically, he says that all cards in your possession, all cards in your opponent's possession with an attribute that you call they cannot use. So like, I thought that he only locked down monsters in the field, but he actually locks down monsters on the field, in the hand, and the banished, and the graveyard if you call it right. So say your opponent's playing like some kind of danger BA or something. So like obviously they're all dark, right? So you would activate his effect and call darks. Your opponent can't activate dark monsters even in their hand, so like they couldn't even attempt to activate dangers. If they sent BAs to the graveyard, can't get those effects, and it's the same for other attributes as well. So it's better to wait. Also, it's better to wait because your opponent can't imprime you if they have a monster on the board. So like, if you can wait to use him, it's better. Because I mean, obviously, you like activate this on draw phase, and this is like, oh, in a chain imperm. I was like, oh well, I mean, I could still play, but wait till they summon a monster. Don't shotgun this. That's a bad play. So basically, wait till they summon a monster, and then at that point, as soon as they summon a monster, you know what they are playing. Let's just say it is Danger BA or something. So we're just gonna activate that, so they're locked from doing that. So as soon as they summon that monster, hopefully they can summon something else. If they summon another monster, at this point you can use Super Poly. You can either do again the dark Super Poly target or the zombie Super Poly target. This time we'll do the zombie one. I don't want to leave him hanging. We're going to use Super Poly to activate that, and we're going to actually use the discard the glow up bloom in hand to do that. So what's going to happen is their 2 monsters are going to go away, and then on a new chain, glow up bloom is going to trigger. His effect's going to pop off, and it's going to get you your Baylor Drogue. Okay. So at this point, If you want to, you can flip Rivalry. It does slow you down a little bit, but if you think your opponent's going to get to keep playing, odds are through VFD they're not going to get to, but just for some reason they do something with VFD, you still have the backup Rivalry, and on your turn you're going to draw a card, and if you were to flip the Rivalry, these two would be dead, but you would still have the Uni-Zombie, and the Uni-Zombie's not too bad, because what you can do is Uni-Zombie, let's say we did flip this, so Uni-Zombie at this point could send a Mizuki, so it's not horrible. Send that Mizuki to the graveyard. And the cool thing is all the monsters in your graveyard are already zombies, so you don't have to worry about Rivalry too much goofing you up. So you have a pretty good group, but I like pulling this guy back out because he has another effect as opposed to just drawing cards. He also has a quick effect, discard 2 cards to destroy a card on the field. So let's special summon him back out with Mizuki. And what you can do on your turn is you can do 2 things. You can use his effect to pitch these 2 guys. It discards, by the way, so what you can do is you can actually activate this and then blow up your own Rivalry if you wanted to. If you wanted to make like Boral Sword, like say they I really doubt they're going to be able to, but say they like did come up with just some dumb monster or something that you have issues with, you would be able to just destroy this and then pop that, and then from here you could just do like a normal like Boral Sword play or something to beat over it. Like I said, I really doubt they're going to be able to do that because they couldn't have activated monster effects. They were locked into zombies, and yeah, I really doubt they're going to get anything gross out. You know, they're not going to, because like say they like activated like Red Eyes Fusion or something like that. As soon as they activated Red Eyes Fusion, you could have just chained True King, Calling Darks, and then he couldn't have done anything with that monster. He couldn't have popped your monsters, so he would just be sitting with a 3000 attack, and you could have just slammed one of these monsters into it on your battle phase. Just don't activate any effects first. Okay, let's try another one. Hopefully we won't draw a hand like that second hand. That one was kind of goofy. I do like Jester Confit though. So one of the cool things about him is, like, say your Uni-Zombie gets ashed or whatever. Like, say you start off with the green bird guy we've had almost every time. What is he? Cockle-doodle-doo. Like, say you start off with him, like, you have to summon this guy first. So, like, if you summon him and then, like, you summon Uni-Zombie, like, odds are your opponent isn't going to do anything to him because they know you're going to go into Needle Fiber. But, like, say you start off with just him and your opponent's like, oh, dude, like, this is his only play. So, like, at that point, you would just, like, Jester Confit and just go into Needle Fiber. And you don't require Zombie World or Baylor Droke or anything like that to make VFD. So VFD, it's definitely possible to just straight up win a game because of him. He's pretty oppressive. So let's oh I forgot to mention, but another cool thing about Jester Confit, nobody ever uses it, but say you, like, your inboard was this, and this, and you know, it's just kind of like oh, this is kind of weird inboard or whatever. So what happened, like, you have this, and then say you just special summon out Jester Confit from your hand, and that's your inboard, and you can have some back row or what, who cares, you know. Anyways, so your opponent's gonna go, and then you're gonna use this and then lock them out for the turn. They can't attack, nor can they activate effects, so, you know, obviously they're gonna put something on the board. Well, he actually has a second effect, and he says during your opponent's end phase, you can target one monster your opponent controls, and then you can return both this and that face-up monster back to the hand. So say they tried to end on some link monster or whatever. On the end phase, while they're still locked out of effects, Jester Comfy's effect's gonna activate, bounces him and one card that your opponent controls back to their hand. You'll rarely see it. Well, I'm not saying that you'll rarely see it, but you rarely see people use that effect. He does have that effect. It's pretty cool. It's like a little mini Altergeist bounce on the end phase. It doesn't come up a ton, but it is a thing. It's just, I don't want to say an interaction, but just something that you can do. Make your opponent lose resources back to their hand on the end phase where they can't do anything about it. Okay, so let's shuffle and try again. By the way, happy Halloween, y'all. We are currently quarantined. We all got COVID, so it's pretty neat. Okay, so this hand is not awful. I will preface this by saying this hand does lose to a single hand trap. Okay, so let's normal summon him. See how we play this out. We definitely won't Baylor Drope this turn. We may play this like a normal zombie deck. Actually, yeah, I think we're gonna play this like normal zombie players. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play like normal. So let's normal summon him, activate the effect, and we will. Where you at, Unizombie? Did I skip all the Unizombies? Oh, I sure did. Sorry. Unizombies effect descend. You know what? I'm not playing this like a normal zombie player. I'm sorry. As much as I want to, I can't. So Gozuki. Gozuki's effect to banish Shiranui from the grave to give us our Plague Spreader. Yeah, I want to play like a normal zombie player. I just don't think I have it in me. So, Hauki Fibrax effect. Now, I will say, if you wanted to play like a normal zombie player, right here you would bring out Bloom. But I don't want to do that. I already have the Plague Spreader zombie in Graveyard, so we're actually going to do a Red Resonator. He is a tuner, so that does work. Link him away. Link Ross effect for 2 tokens. Okay. Link these, or synchro these guys away for Metal Marcher. Bring back a Red Resonator. Let's link these guys away for Barracord Keyboard Blocker. We do not currently want to get any of these cards out of our hand, so we're just gonna not use his effect. To discard a card for cost. All right. Auroradon effect. Give us 3 tokens. Okay. All right. And use his effect to get rid of 2 tokens to special summon Colt Wing to get 2 tokens. And we're going to banish these guys and a token for Trish. And we do not have a Banshee in the graveyard to do our fancy little shuffle trick. So we're just going to get that Unizombie right back. So we're going to 3 tokens and Plague. So that's 3 non-tuners. He gets banished. So 3 non-tuners gives us 3 draws. Not too shabby. Wow. I don't think we got a Baylor Drope though. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. We're not desperate for it. It would have been nice. But sometimes that's life. You don't get what you want. So go into VFD, activate the zombie world, set the epidemic virus, and set the super poly. And you do have a follow-up play for next turn with these guys, which is nice. So how you would play this out is you would let your opponent go let them summon monsters. They summon 2 monsters. You would do the super poly, pitching the Banshee. Wipe their stuff off, and then at that point you could, you would do this first. Like pretty much as soon as they summon a monster, you can do this. You have to worry about the imperm, but yeah, you would super poly by pitching the Banshee for this guy, and if you think they have a bunch of spells or traps, you would Eradicator. You would flip the Eradicator, tributing this guy, and then you can call spells or traps and then lock them out of spells or traps. So no monster effects, no spells or traps, and you do have the zombie world back if you need it. And for your turn, you would draw a Mizuki, so it's like amazing. So you would just flip this guy, normal summon, effect to pitch, effect to send. Well, no, don't send yet, I don't think. So what you would do, if you want to win, just activate his effect and then call whatever they're playing. I'll just go ahead and show you how to do this. So you would actually link these 2 guys. Well, yeah, we'll do that. No, I haven't sent yet, right? No, I haven't sent. Yeah, you don't want to link them away yet. So you do Mizuki for a link 2. We'll just do Barricade. It's fine. And then you would Unizombie send. I guess we'll do a Mizuki because I don't think we need Baylor-Droke to win. Send a Mizuki, and you would link these 4 guys away for Boral's sword, and we do have Zombie World, so he can attack. He is allowed to attack because of a Unizombie. And if you just needed raw damage, you could do a few things here. Actually, here we go. Banish the Mizuki. Special to Gozuki. Gozuki effect. Let's go, baby. Okay. Send that glow effect. Baylor. And then you can just attack for game with these guys. And then, yeah, if for whatever reason, if this didn't kill him, link these guys away for Sucker to get a draw on your opponent's turn. And also to quick effect trigger the Baylor-Droke that's going to come back on a standby phase. So, yeah, that wasn't horrible. Just remember that that's obviously one bad thing about zombies is if you just open one Unizombie, well, it's like a good and a bad thing, right? Like, it's, I don't want to say like it's a 1-card combo deck, but if you open the Unizombie and like they don't have hand traps, you can build a whole board off of just him. But I'm sorry, I said I meant Shiranui Solitaire. Sorry, Unizombie usually can't do stuff by itself. Oops. But yeah, it's like a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like, it's good to have like cards that can do stuff all by themselves, but then again, like if that card gets stopped and it's like the only thing you got, it's like, but don't want to complain about my deck. I love my deck. Anyways, let's shuffle and try again. See what we got. By the way, this is Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to upload this on Halloween. Like I said, we don't have power and don't have internet, so I'm not really sure when we're going to get that back. So I'll just do it when we can. But happy Halloween. Anyways, let's try another hand. Okay, this hand kind of blows, but it's whatever. So we're going to normal summon Unizombie, activate the effect. If you have a special in your hand, you definitely want to just send your Baylor and your field spell, if you don't have it already. So send your field spell, and we're going to go ahead and just do it. Like, you wouldn't normally do that this early, but it's fine. But you actually just want to get your I tell you what, let's not do it this early, just in case we draw the Eradicator virus, because we get a cool play that we can do. So let's not do that early. Okay, so that's our grave. Special summon the Jester. We don't have any cards we want to pitch, no. So we got the Jester. We're gonna go to Hawk effect. Link Cross. Okay, I'm gonna sink into Marcher. Marcher effect, pull zombie. Link. Barricade board blocker. We did not have something to pitch earlier. We won't have it now. Got Auroradon effect. 3 level 3 tokens. Alright, Auroradon effect. Destroy 2 tokens to bring out a Coltwing. Our 1 of 2 bricks that we run. Alright, Coltwing. And I can show a combo of how to play with Coltwing in your hand. Banish these guys for Trish. Put this guy back. I don't get used a lot. And we had the Banshee in the grave, so we do definitely want to do our shuffle trick here. So we're gonna use this effect, and we're gonna actually shuffle one of these guys back. And now the trick is to go ahead and activate Banshee to shuffle, or to activate the zombie world, so that way we can shuffle our deck before we draw, because we don't want to draw right back into that guy, because we've got too many of them bad boys. So we'll shuffle, and hopefully we can get a Eradicator Epidemic virus here. Alright, so we're going to do 3 tokens and Plague for Arcthus. Arcthus effect to draw 3. Come on, Epidemic. That would be sick. Nope. Nope. Feels bad, man. It's fine. That's life. So... Let me think about this for a second. Do we have anything in grave? Maybe not. I guess at this point we can just VFD, and we will foolish I think we're just gonna send the other Baylor, or send the Bloom. Send the Bloom so you don't get a dead card. Bloom effect to bring out the Baylor. And attack position. So this isn't awful. You have obviously you got the VFD lock and Baylor Droke. This board does not do well against a lot of back row or spells, unfortunately. We would just say that your opponent goes as soon as they normal summon a monster or put a monster on the board, just activate the effect and then call what deck they're playing. Hope that locks them out, and then you would draw for turn. And then the best play you could do from here, there's a bunch of things you could do with this hand, really. You should go ahead and activate the effect to lock them out on their turn. It's hard to say, this is such a loaded hand. A few things, you could just normal summon this, activate the effect to bring out Unizombie. Unizombie pitch this, Unizombie send something else, try to do the Boral Sword play. They can't activate monster effects, so you're fine there. You could actually link these two away and do something kind of cheeky that not many people know about. You could link these guys away for Vampire Sucker. Vampire Sucker actually has an effect that says you contribute 2 of your opponent's monsters. Like, say they had like Dragoons and, I don't know, Abramax. I mean, like I said, most of these boards they're not going to get under VFD. It's just not going to happen. But she actually says that you can tribute your opponent's monsters for tribute summons. So you would just tribute 2 of their monsters off for Baylor Droke. Not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that it is a possibility to do that if they had like just weird monsters that, you know, is just hard to deal with. You could just actually just tribute over them like a kaiju, 2 of them, with these guys. Like I said, not many people know about that, and it. I don't want to say it doesn't come up because it really does, but it's just nice to know about what your cards do, really. So let's shuffle this, and oh, Zombie World, can't forget you, buddy. And we'll try it again. By the way, I can't remember who got me this. Somebody in the vampire group, but man, this thing is like super nice. Alright, let's shuffle up a little bit and see what we got. Alright, let's split it and draw 5. Oop. And the verdict is amazing hand. This hand is fantastic. Alright, so special summon Cockle-Doodle-Doo. We're going to normal the Unizombie send. If they asked you here, it would not matter at all. Send Baylor. Send Baylor Drope. We play 2 of those, by the way. You can pitch the Banshee, but let's do it. Let's pitch the Banshee, actually. Just in case our needle fiber got ashed. It's a good idea to pitch the Banshee there. I was going to say you could do it later, but if you don't get to later, it's better to have it all in the graveyard so you can just do normal zombie stuff instead. Always search for Plague Spreader. Unless you have Plague Spreader in your hand, then you do Red Resonator. So Plague Spreader. Link for Link Cross. Link Cross effect for 2 tokens. Bloop, bloop. Alright, Link. Or I'm sorry, Sink these guys away. Marcher, Metal Marcher, Plague Spreader. Then you would Link for blocker. This is what I was going to say earlier, is you could pitch it with him, but it's better to just go ahead and get it in the graveyard instead. Okay, so we're going to go into Aurora Dawn for 3 level 3 tokens. Going to destroy these 2 tokens with Aurora Dawn's effect to bring out Coat Wing. Coat Wing's effect. Going to banish these 3 for the fusion summon of Trish. It's pretty neat. And we're going to use our little trick here because Zombie World is currently a brick. So we're going to Plague Spreader, putting this back on top of the deck. And now we're going to use Banshee's effect to banishing her to activate it so we can shuffle our deck. So that way we don't have, because we had a Banshee engrave and one of those. I mean, it's okay to have a Banshee engrave, but I'd rather draw into like a Rivalry or an Epidemic or a Super Poly so that we can play more on our opponent's turn. So we're going to sink these 3 and banish the Plague for Arctis. Arctis effect to draw 3. Boom, boom, boom. That is god awful. So that's pretty neat. So actually what we're gonna do here, we're gonna set this pray, because these 2 cards are just like 100% dead. So we're gonna actually activate Sukunoko's effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So we're gonna send this special to Suk and hopefully draw something that doesn't suck. Oh, okay, that feels bad, man. So anyways, we're going to overlay for Calamities. So our inboard is Super Poly and Calamities. Not bad. These 2 cards are absolutely dead. You would really hope for like a uni-zombie top deck or something here to keep you in it. So it's a Banshee. So I mean, oh wait, did we get the? Oh, we have the Baylor Drope. No, we're good. We're good. I'm sorry. I was freaking out for no reason. So standby phase, obviously Baylor Droke. So yeah, I was just like, man, all I'm in on is a VFD and a Super Poly. But yeah, Baylor Droke makes this awesome. But yeah, these two cards are dead, and this would be your draw for your next turn. But still, this is amazing by itself. And then you get the Super Poly, call dark, and do darks, or you can do zombies as well with this pitching. Just pitch one of these things; they're garbage. So, yeah. If for some reason you had a Mizuki in the grave that turn, you could have brought back Arcthus and just discarded them too for a free pop. I really like Arcthus's pop because, like, say you play up against like a Mystic Mine deck or something, when they activate Mystic Mine, you just chain Arcthus and destroy it before it goes live, and you're good. Okay. Put these bad boys back, and let's shuffle. Okay, sorry. Just had to go peek around the corner real quick. My son's still sleeping. Okay. Alright, split it, and 5. So far, not too bad. We have actually only had one dead hand. And I mean, yeah, I would say it's a dead hand. I mean, even though you open Rivalry, that doesn't mean it's a good hand. This hand... Hand's not awful. You do get the VFD lock. Let's play it out. So, red resonator effect to special summon Mizuki. Yeah, we would do the Mizuki here. If they imperm that, then you would still have Nessie and Confi to still play. So I've been playing all these like I haven't been getting hand trapped. So hope that doesn't break any hearts. Your boy likes the combo. Okay, let's go for Plague Spreader. Where you at, Plague Spreader? Oh, right on top. Feels bad, man. Okay, Link. Link cross. Link cross effect for 2 sweet goat tokens. Sync. You'll notice one thing about my combo is it's fairly linear, so if you're a bad player like me, you don't have to worry about